Namaste Yogis. Welcome to the day 9 of Full Body Mobility Challenge. I am Neeraj Deshwal and today we are going to practice a knee strengthening sequence. In this sequence, we are going to focus on strengthening the muscles of the knee joint. So it is time to practice the sequence and go to the Asana Lab. Hello yoga teachers, welcome to the Asana Lab. In this lesson, we are going to learn a sequence for knee strengthening. So let's begin. So the first asana that we are going to do is Supta Padangusht Asana. For that, I will need two blocks and a belt. So we will place the blocks. So we already know how to do that. We'll begin on the left leg. Lie down on your back. Now place the loop on your foot, on your left foot, and hold the belt from the other end. Supta Padangusthasana A. Keep the right leg firmly pressed on the ground. So you can press your thighs, knees, calves firmly on the ground. On your left leg, toes coming towards you, heel moving away from you, pull the kneecap up and quads up. Make sure your shoulders are not lifting. Hold, 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 hold. Now we'll go into Supta Padangusthasana B. So you will take your leg into Supta Padangusthasana B. So make sure your thighs are falling on the blocks. Your buttocks on the right side and the shoulders are not lifting up. So press them firmly on the ground. So toes still coming towards you, heel moving away from you. Hold. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. Press the big toe away from you, little toe towards you. Hold. 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 And release. Now we'll do it on the right leg. So again, lie down on your back, place the blocks. Now place the loop on your right foot and hold the belt from the other end. Toes will come towards you, heel moving away from you. On the right leg, pull the kneecap up, quads up. Left leg will stay firmly on the ground, so press your thighs and calves firmly on the ground. Make sure your shoulders are not lifting up, so press the shoulders firmly on the ground, especially your left shoulder. Hold in this posture, bring your toes closer, heel moving away from you. Let your quadricep muscle fire for you. Pull the kneecap up and quads up, open the back of the knee. Hold, hold, hold. Now let's go into Supta Padangusthasana B. Make sure your thighs are falling on the blocks. Your left buttock, left shoulder is not lifting off the ground. Even your lower back on the left side is not lifting up. Press them firmly on the ground. On your right leg, toes will come towards you, heel moving away from you, big toe will move away from you, little toe will come towards you. Hold, 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 and release. So that was Supta Padangushtha Asana A and B. Now, next posture. So the next asana that we are going to do is Parshvottanasana. For that, I would need a chair. Now, I'll keep the chair in the front, bring my right foot forward, take my left foot back. First of all, I'll adjust my buttocks. So my left buttock will move from inner crease towards the outer crease, and make sure both the buttocks are coming in one line. On the front leg, you will pull the kneecap up and quads up. On your back leg, press the heel firmly on the ground and pull the kneecap up and quads up. Hold. Tip of the shoulders going back. Look in front. Now, what you will do is you will bend your right knee. You will bend your right knee. Make sure you are not bringing your torso long. So only bending of your right knee. Now bring your knee in extension. So when you bring your knee in extension, pull the kneecap up and quads up. Pull the kneecap up and quads up. So you will bend your knee and you will bring it back and pull the kneecap up and quads up. So do this at least 5 times. At least 5 times. So bend the knee and bring it back, pull the kneecap up and quads up. So this will help in strengthening your quadricep muscle. Bend the knee, pull the kneecap up and quads up. Bend the knee, pull the kneecap up and quads up. So make sure your thigh bone is pushing into the hip socket, pushing into the hip socket. Hold, hold, hold. On your back leg, press the heel firmly on the ground, pull the kneecap up and quads up. Now it's time to release. Now left foot forward, right foot back. We'll bring both the buttocks in alignment. So we will move the right buttock from inner crease towards the outer crease. On the front leg, I'll pull the kneecap up, quads up, push the thigh bone into the hip socket. On my back leg, press the heel firmly on the ground and pull the kneecap up and quads up. Now let's repeat this exercise on the front leg as well. So bend the left knee and bring it back to extension. So pull the kneecap up and quads up. So as you come up, pull the kneecap up, quads up and push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Push the thigh bone into the hip socket. So we'll repeat again, knee bend and then come up, pull the kneecap up, quads up. Push the thigh bone into the hip socket, Bend the left knee, bring it back and pull the kneecap up and quads up. Push the thigh bone into the hip socket, Now, one more time, knee bend and bring it back. Pull the kneecap up, quads up, push the thigh bone into the hip socket. One last time. Knee bend and then we will bring it back. Pull the kneecap up, quads up, push the thigh bone into the hip socket, and release. So that was Parshva Uttanasana. So the next posture that we are going to do is Adho Mukha Svanasana, and I'll use 2 bricks here. So I'll keep the chair to the side and let's bring the blocks. So you will keep the blocks against the wall. We are going to keep our heels on the block and then lift our toes up. So we have already done this in the Adho Mukha Svanasana drill. Okay, if you remember that. So what we will do is we will place our heel on the block like this. Heels on the block and the toes will touch the floor. And then I'll bring my arms forward and come into Adho Mukha Svanasana position. Now, first of all, keep your heels lifted up. Open the back of the knee and lift your buttocks up. So, your buttock will be above your spine. Now, forearm moving towards index, middle finger and thumb. Roll your upper arm out. And stretch your side trunk towards the buttock. Lift your toes up off the ground. You will lift up your toes off the ground. So your toes will not touch the ground, your heels are on the block. And now look at your feet. Hold. Pull the kneecap up, quads up, pull the kneecap up, quads up, pull the kneecap up, quads up, hold, and release. Now we'll come back to the mat and let's go in Adho Mukh Virasana. Adho Mukh Virasana. Now we will come up. That was Adho Mukh Svanasana with the help of the blocks. Now we are going to do Uttanasana. For that I'll need a chair and 2 blocks. So keep the blocks in front of the chair. Now place your toes or toes mound on the block and heels on the floor. Chair is in your front. You will raise your arms up over your head. You will stretch your side trunk, upper arm, forearm, stretch, palm stretch. Now bend forward. Keep your hand on the chair, then place your forearms on the seat of the chair like this. And then pull the kneecap up, quads up, pull the kneecap up, quads up. Make sure your dorsal spine is into the chest. You can roll your upper arm out, pull the kneecap up, quads up. Make sure you're working on your quadricep. You're working on your quadricep. So pull the kneecap up, quads up, hold, 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 hold. Now come back. Slowly come back. Keep your foot off the block. So that was Uttanasana. The next asana that we are going to do is Trikonasana. Again, we will use a chair, but we don't need blocks now. Now, first, Utthita Hasta Padasana. First go in Utthita Hasta Padasana. Make sure your feet are parallel to each other. Roll your buttock down. Take your right foot out, right heel in line with the left foot arch. Now, rotate your thighs into out. Rotate your thighs into out on both the sides. Make sure your knee and ankle are coming in one line. Both hands on your waist. Now you will raise your right arm up. You will go sideways to the left first and then to the right. Keep your hand on the chair. Keep your hand on the chair. Take the tip of your left shoulder back. Open your chest, dorsal spine into the chest. So let's hold here only. Now again we will bend our right knee. We'll bend our right knee and pull it back. And as we pull it back, we'll pull the kneecap up, quads up and press the thigh bone into the hip socket. And we will do this at least 5 times. So bend the knee and then bring it back. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. Bend the knee, then bring it back. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. On the back leg, make sure you're pressing the little toe firmly on the ground. And as you bend your knee, it is not lifting up. So bend the knee, then pull the kneecap up, quads up. Bend the knee, then pull the kneecap up and quads up and fold now. Hold, hold, hold and release. Now let's repeat this on the left side. First, separate your feet. Utthita Hasta Padasana. Make sure your outer edges of the toes, outer edges of the heel are coming in one line. Your feet are parallel to each other. Roll your buttock. Then take your left foot out, left heel in line with the right foot arch. Now rotate your thighs into out on both the sides. Make sure your left knee and ankle are coming in one line. On the back leg, press the little toe. Now you will raise your left arm up, slightly go to the right side. Then you will bend sideways. Keep your hand on the chair. Take the right tip of the shoulders back, dorsal spine into the chest. Look in front. Now we'll again repeat the exercise. So left knee bend and then pull the kneecap up, quads up, push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Now bend your knee again and then pull the kneecap up, quads up, push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Bend your knee again and then bring it back. Push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Into the hip socket. One more time. Knee bend and then pull it back. Pull it back. Now one last time. Pull the kneecap up, quads up, push the thigh bone into the hip socket. Now hold here. Hold, 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 and then release. So that was Trikonasana, and we did some knee bending and focusing on the strengthening of our quadricep muscle. Now next asana that we are going to do is Parshvakona Asana. For that, again we will require a chair. Now I'll place my right foot on the chair. I'll keep my right hand on my right knee. Now on my back leg, I'll rotate the thigh into out and make sure that I'm not letting the knee to come in front, the right knee to come in front. Now I'll press my right sitting bone down, hold the chair from the top and adjust my back leg and then extend my arm over my ear. Now here you will stretch your side trunk, your upper arm and forearm. Make sure your upper arm is not touching the ear. It is above the ear. It is above the ear. On the back leg, press the little toe firmly on the ground, and on the front leg, make sure you're pressing the sitting bone down and your hamstrings are active. You will hold in this posture. Hold, 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 and release. So let's repeat it on the left side. Let's repeat this on the left side. So I'll keep my left foot on the chair, left hand on my left knee and adjust my back leg. On my back leg, I'll rotate the thigh into out and make sure my left knee is not turning in. My left knee is not turning in. Now I'll press my left sitting bone down, hold the chair from the top from my left hand, adjust my back leg and then take the tip of the shoulders back, left shoulder in front, right shoulder back, and extend my right arm over the ear. Extend my right arm over the ear. Make sure your upper arm is not touching your ear. Side trunk stretch, upper arm, forearm stretch. Press the little toe on the back leg. Press the little toe on the back leg. Press the left shoulder in front, right shoulder back. Dorsal spine into the chest. On the front leg, make sure you're pressing the left sitting bone down and then engaging your hamstring. And then engaging your hamstring. On the back leg, make sure your leg is straight. So pull the kneecap up, quad up. And now release. So that was Parshvakona Asana. Next asana is Veerbhadrasana 1. Again, we will use the chair. We'll use the chair. Now, You will stand facing the chair, keep your right foot on the chair and hold the chair from the top with your both hands and adjust the back leg first. Adjust the back leg first. So on your back leg, move from your inner crease towards the outer crease, pull the kneecap up, quads up and press the heel firmly on the ground. Now I'll press my right sitting bone down. Right sitting bone down, make sure my knee is not going ahead of my ankle. Then I'll raise my arms up over the head. So dorsal spine going into the chest, upper arm, forearm, stretch, palm stretch. Keep your chest open and press your sitting bone down. On your back leg, you're pressing the heel firmly on the ground. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. Upper arm behind the ears. Make sure your upper arm are behind the ears. Upper arm behind the ears. And release. Now, I'll repeat this on the left leg. So keep your left foot on the chair, hold the chair from the top and take your right leg back, adjust your leg. On your back leg, you will move from your inner crease towards the outer crease. Pull the kneecap up and quads up on your back leg, press the heel firmly on the ground. Now press your left sitting bone down, engage your hamstring, raise your arms up over your head. Side trunk stretch, upper arm stretch, forearm stretch, palm stretch. Both the palms are parallel to each other and upper arm behind your ears. Push your dorsal spine into the chest and hold. On your back leg, press the heel firmly on the ground. Pull the kneecap up, quads up. On your front leg, sitting bone down, keep your hamstring engaged. Don't let your knee go past your ankle. Hold, 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 and then release. So, that was Veerbhadrasana 1. Now we are going to do Veerbhadrasana 2. For that, again, we will use this chair. We'll keep our right foot on the chair, adjust the back leg. Again, I'm going to keep my hand on my right knee. Now, I'll rotate my thighs into out on the back leg and make sure I'm not letting the right knee to come in front. I'll resist with my hand. Now, I'll press my right sitting bone down, adjust my back leg, raise your arms up in Vimanasana, then turn your head, look at your right hand's middle finger, Veerbhadrasana 2. On your front leg, make sure you're pressing your sitting bone down, engaging your hamstring. On your back leg, press the little toe firmly on the ground, pull the kneecap up, quads up, make sure your arms are engaged. Your arms are engaged. Roll your shoulders back, dorsal spine into the chest, dorsal spine into the chest. Now, release. Let's repeat it on the left side. Let's repeat it on the left side. So I'll keep my left foot on the chair. I'll keep my left hand on the knee, adjust my back leg. Adjust my back leg. So with my left hand, I'm resisting the knee. Now, on my right leg, I'll rotate the thighs into out and not letting the left knee to come in front. I'm resisting with my hand. I'll press my left sitting bone down, engaging my hamstring, raising my arm up in Vimanasana, then turn your head and look at your left hand's middle finger. If you want, you can adjust your back leg. On your front leg, press the sitting bone down, engage your hamstring. On your back leg, press the little toe firmly on the ground, pull the kneecap up and quads up. Roll your shoulders back, dorsal spine into the chest and hold. 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 And release. So that was Veerbhadrasana 2. Now the next posture that we are going to do is Adho Mukh Shwan Asana. So I'll keep the chair to the side and I'll take position for Adho Mukh Shwan Asana. For Adho Mukh Shwan Asana, we'll stand on the knees like this. Outer hip, outer knee and outer heel coming in one straight line. Keep your hands in front of your knee, slide your hands in front. Now, we will make sure that our hands and feet are coming in one line. So we'll lift the knees up. First, quickly check if your hands and feet are coming in one line. Then come up. Now pull the kneecap up and quads up. Pull the kneecap up and quads up. So initially you can keep your heels up. Now stretch your hamstring and lift your buttocks up. So make sure your buttocks are above your spine. Above your spine. On your arms, you will rotate your forearm towards index, middle finger and thumb. Roll your upper arm out. Roll your upper arm out. Stretch your side trunk. Stretch your side trunk. Your upper arm will move away from your shoulder blade. You will look at your feet. You will look at your feet. Now, if you want, you can keep your heels down. If you want, you can keep your heels down. Now hold. Hold. Pull the kneecap up. Quads up. Stretch your hamstrings. Forearm towards index, middle finger and thumb. Upper arm rolling out. Side trunk. Stretch. Hold. 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 And release. Keep your knees down. Let's go in Adho Mukh Virasana. Hold it for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Now, come up. That was Adho Mukh Shwanasana. Next, we will do Siddhasana. For that, first we will sit in Dandasana. So press your thighs, knees, calves firmly on the ground, toes towards you, heel moving away from you. If you want, you can sit on a blanket or a block if you want. Now, press your thighs, knees, calves firmly on the ground. Tip of the shoulders going back. Press your sacrum in front. Make the cup shape position of your hand. Now, separate your feet one by one. So take your right leg out, then left leg up. Now, I'll keep my right hand underneath my right knee, turn it out, so thighs rotating into out. Bring my heels closer to the perineum. Now, I'll keep my index and middle finger under the heel, and thumb will be over the top of the heel, and I'll lift the heel up. I'll lift the heel up and stretch the ankle. So basically, plantar flexion. And press the shin bone firmly on the ground. And press the shin bone firmly on the ground. Firmly on the ground. Now, I'll repeat this on the left side. So, turn the knee out, basically thighs going into out. Now, I'll bring my heel closer to the perineum. So, before I keep it on my thighs, I'll bring my hands in front, place my foot between my thighs and my shin bone, like this. So we'll go in Siddhasana, repeat, stretch your ankle as much as possible, basically going in plantar flexion. You can hold your knees like this, tip of the shoulders going back. Or you can stay in Gyan Mudra or like this, whatever you want. So stretch your ankle, keep stretching your ankles. The skin of your thighs will move from your hip towards your knees. Hold, 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 hold. Now, you will go in Urdhva Hastasana. Urdhva Hastasana. So upper arm behind the ears. Stretch your upper arms and forearms and then bend forward. Dorsal spine going into the chest and then bend forward. So make a cup shape position of your hands and look in front. Look in front. Hold. And then you will come back. Keep seated in Siddhasana. Make sure you're pressing your sacrum in front, tip of the shoulders going back. Roll your shoulders back. Now release. You will come back to Dandasana. Now you will separate your feet again. Keep your hands just behind your buttocks. Keep the heel of the palm on the floor, toes coming towards you, heel moving away from you. Press your sitting bone down firmly on the ground. Take the tip of the shoulders back. Press your thighs, knees, calves firmly on the ground. Hold. Hold. Press the back of the knee firmly on the ground. Hold. 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 And release. Now, next posture is Setu Bandhasana. For that, we'll lie down on the mat. Draw our feet closer to the hip. Now, take the tip of the shoulders back. Press your upper arm down. Roll your buttock and then lift up. Make sure your thighs are going out to in from the front. Basically, internal rotation of your hip. Press the big toe firmly on the ground. Now, you will interlock your fingers. Press your upper arm down and further lift your buttocks up. So basically lifting your pelvis up, hold. Press your upper arm down, tip of the shoulders going back, shoulder blades coming together. Hold, 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 hold. Let's hold it for a few more seconds. And release. And release. Now, we will lie down in Shavasana. So we will end the sequence with Shavasana. Make sure you're keeping the toes to the sides, your legs are relaxed. Press the thumb towards the floor, little finger lifting towards the ceiling. So if you wear specs like me, you can keep it to the side. You can close your eyes. And now rest for 3 minutes. Now it's time to come back. Draw your feet towards your hip. Keep your right hand on your heart. Make a pillow with your left arm. Keep your left hand underneath your head. Turn to the left side. Now you will use your left arm as your pillow. Keep your right hand on the floor. And then lift up. Sit comfortably. So that was your knee strengthening sequence. That's all from this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.